Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. Today is going to be my second video for products I have pan on. I did the first one about 6 months ago, and if you want to see some pan porn, I'm going to link it in the cards above right here. But I told myself that I would try and do this from here on out every 6 months, and that my only goal was that there was change. Like, I didn't know if I wanted more pan or less pan, but I wanted it to look different than it did 6 months prior. And I am really happy to say that there has been change. So I'm really excited to talk about this video today. These past 6 months flew by so fast that I actually felt like I hadn't made much progress until I finally sat down and went through on paper what I had been doing. I scrolled through my Instagram feed and, looked at all my little pan shots, and it turns out there's some good progress. Before we get started, if my bronzer looks patchy, I think it is. I finished the cream bronzer that I'd been working on like all year, and I'm introducing a new one, but I'm having some difficulty getting it the way I like it, and it just looks really patchy. So if it's driving you crazy, I'm so sorry. It's driving me crazy too. Anyways, let's get into the video. Rather than going over a bunch of pan that I have previously hit but have not worked on at all over the last 6 months, I'm gonna lay all of those out on the table and just kind of show you them all at once, because nothing's changed since the video 6 months ago with those particular shadows. And so, yeah, I'm just gonna show you what they are, remind you of all the pan I previously had hit but haven't been worked on since. I believe there are 23 or 24 pans that have basically been untouched since the last products I've hit pan on video. So here they are right here. Okay guys, so here are all of the pans that I had previously hit prior to 6 months ago, but really haven't touched at all in the last 6 months. I have one pan in the Lorac Pro 2, one pan in the Lorac Pro 1, pan on all these depotted singles, pan on my e.l.f. Dark Concealer palette. These are all Super Shock shadows that I previously hit pan on. 2 Physicians Formula trios, a body butter from the Body Shop. I need to start working on that again. My Pan That palette from 2017, a cream eye base, a Super Shock highlighter, a cream blush from L'Oreal that is really old, and this highlighter from an Estee Lauder gift with purchase. I think that's everything that I had previously showed you but have not touched really at all in the last 6 months. I included Kindness in here. You guys know I had major pan in this, and then I repressed it, and there's not pan in the middle, but I kind of kept it away from the edges. I don't know, maybe I'm cheating with that one, but I had to keep it in. So yeah, that's all my old pan that hasn't been touched in the last 6 months. I already have decided this is going to be in a project. I want to start working on this again and hit pan on these two, and we'll see what happens with the rest of this. This isn't a project, this isn't a project. Hopefully some of these will be finished by the next time I do an update. We shall see. Last time we did this video, I had a total of 37 pans, which is good. Not all of them were created by me. Some of them were created by a friend, and then she handed them down to me, and I inherited them with pan, so I can't take credit for that, but just for the sake of like these videos, I had 37 pans total. Out of those 37, I completely finished 6 of those products over the past 6 months, and one of them I repressed and combined 2 powders, so there's no pan anymore, but I'm down 1 shadow, so I consider that progress. I've also been working on 7 over the past 6 months and have made more pan, or used up more product, and then I have 10 new pans to show you today. So let's start with the ones I just made progress on. Obviously, the item with the most progress over the past 6 months is my Pan That palette. Now, I thought about filming this video today and then holding it for like 10 days until after my Pan That palette update, but I probably am too impatient to do that. So I'm not gonna show you the inside of this, but I'm gonna insert a clip of what this palette looked like 6 months ago. I believe I had pan in the bronzer and in 3 of the eyeshadows. Today I have pan in the blush and the bronzer, plus 4 of the eyeshadows. So there's definitely been progress. One of the shadows that had pan previously is the one that I repressed another shadow into, so I lost pan. I actually went backwards, but it's all for good because in the end it all worked out. So yes, the most progress has definitely been in my Pan That palette, obviously. So I'm going to show a picture of where this is at my last Pan That palette update. There's hopefully been some more progress since then. I've been using this a ton over the last month, but yes, good progress in this. Some other items that I haven't hit new pan on and haven't finished but made progress on is ColourPop Drift. You guys know this is one of my favorite shadows. It's pretty beat up because Hazel got into it, but basically it was in peeping pans and I hit pan and then I wasn't ready to call it quits, so I put it in my Labor of Love It project throughout the summer and worked on it some more. So pan has definitely expanded and I'm really happy about that. Another item that I haven't finished but I've made some progress on is this bronzer from Tarte. I worked on this throughout 2016. I can't believe it's already oh my gosh, almost 3 years ago. That's crazy, but I made some really good progress on this. I had major pan showing and I ended up taking this portion out and adding it into my Pan That palette. So there's a little bit less product, and yeah, I think I could, if I focused on this, I could finish it. So I don't know. There's also, I don't know if you can see it, but there's also just a tiny amount of white eyeshadow right on this end. It's almost gone, but that is from an eyeshadow that I'm going to show you guys in a second. I've combined it over to this one because it needed to be repressed anyways, and so I decided to repress it into here and empty out the pan that it was in. Another product that isn't finished, but I've made really good progress on, I use this every single day, it's in my Birthstone Beauties project pan, is this highlighter slash setting powder. I had really good pan showing on this 6 months ago, and then I ended up again mixing it, smashing it up and mixing it with another face powder and combining the two. And when I did that, this sucker was full again. It was kind of a downer, but I've been using it every single day and I have really good pan showing on this again. So I'm really happy about that. And yeah, hoping this will not be going into 2019 with me. That would be great. Okay, so now I'd like to show you the 6 items that had pan 6 months ago and are now completely empty, which is possibly my most exciting sign of progress for this year. First off, I have the little triangle pan. This is the pan that I was talking about with the white eyeshadow. I had just the tiniest speck of pan in this corner 6 months ago, and I've just been using it kind of like right here, just right there, every single day. And like you saw in the Tarte bronzer, it's almost gone, but this pan is now completely empty, and I believe this is going to be in my monthly empties for October. I was kind of waiting to completely finish off the powder that's been repressed, but yeah, I think I'm there. Also, this solid perfume from Victoria's Secret was in a project this year, and it had pan on it in the first products I've hit pan on, but now it is completely gone. It's been gone for months. I almost kind of forgot about it, but yeah, really happy to have that one gone. Also, this depotted face powder, it was kind of like a highlighter, a weak highlighter slash shimmery face powder, and this is the one that I combined with the other face powder that I've been working on all year long. And I hated this pan shape. It was super deep. It actually had a ton of product in it. And it just feels so good to not look at this pan every single morning. I should clean it out, but. And then finally, the last 3 pans that had product in them and are now completely gone is, of course, my Baby Pan That palette. It feels so good to have all this pan showing. I love it. And I'm so happy to have this out. I'm gonna talk about it in my empties, and I'm gonna put it away and be done looking at it for a while. Well, at least until the end of the year. Okay, now let's talk about the new pan that has come over the last 6 months. 3 of the new pans that I've hit over the past 6 months came from my Pan That palette. The blush and 2 eyeshadows. So that's 3 of the 10 new pans that I have showing. But I also did hit pan on 5 Super Shock shadows from ColourPop and 2 in a palette. So let's go over the new pan right now. I'm so excited about this. And the first Super Shock shadow that I hit pan on is Slay. I'm sorry guys, I'm still getting used to the light situation and I don't want this to fall out, but that's Slay from ColourPop, a beautiful like silver/green metallic shade that I love. Also, I hit pan on Koosh. This is currently in my 13 by Halloween project. I absolutely love this shadow. I'm wearing it as an inner corner highlight today. Up next is Acorn. This is not a favorite by any means. It's okay. It swatches gorgeously, but it just doesn't do much on my eyes. It just kind of looks like nothing. But I hit pan on that. I think I also used it as a face highlighter to move it along a little faster. And then I hit pan on Kennedy. This is a gorgeous matte peach shade. Works great in the transition with warm looks. And the last Super Shock shadow that I hit pan on is my most recent one, and that is Waddles. If you guys follow me on Instagram and watch other videos of mine, you know that this has quickly become like a favorite ColourPop Super Shock shadow this year. I didn't realize how much I loved it. I've had it for a long time, but putting it into the Peeping Pans project made me fall in love with it again. I'm wearing it kind of up here in my transition area, which is how I've been using it. It also looks great as like an all over like one shadow eyeshadow look, but I don't have time for one shadow eyeshadow looks these days. I have to put on as many as I can every single day, so I've been using it as a transition shade and loving it. Okay, the final 2 new pans that I hit over the past 6 months came from my e.l.f. 100 pan palette. You can see them right there. Yeah, so I don't know what the fate of this 100 pan palette is going to be. I don't see myself ever panning this entire palette. It's all right, but it's not like the end all be all. Time will tell, guys, time will tell. I currently have this shadow in a project and I have not been using it nearly as much as I should be, but this stays out in my bathroom and I incorporate it into looks when I can, and I'm working on it. All right, that is it for this edition of products I have hit pan on. I'm really excited to have change. Like I said in the last video, I don't know if I want more pan, I don't know if I want less pan, but I want change. I want my pan to look different than it did the time before, and I feel like I achieved that goal. I definitely am already starting to make plans for 2019. Not too much has been solidified, but there are some products with pan that I've already decided will be in projects for next year to hopefully finish off and move out of this collection, this hoard. So 6 months ago, I had 37 pans, and as of today, I have 41 pans. So my pan count actually went up despite the fact that I have finished 6 products completely. I couldn't be happier with these results. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.